So I'm gonna play 3 songs, but I'm gonna dedicate my songs to my friend David Crystal, who I met many years ago, and he's a year younger than me, and he's suffering from Alzheimer's. He's actually 10 years into Alzheimer's. And I met David. Here's a little pop quiz. You guys know the answer. Let's see if anybody knows the answer. Oh, Catherine's back. I want to see if Catherine knows the answer to this too. Who was the most famous, most published author of the first half of the 20th century, whose most famous book, the title of that book, is the name of a rock band that's still playing today? Anybody got it? No, Rolling Stone, no. No. All right, I'll give you the answer. It's Zane Grey, and the name of the book is Riders of the Purple Sage. And there's a band called New Riders of the Purple Sage. So in any case, Zane Grey wrote that book in Lackawaxen, Pennsylvania. Anybody been to Lackawaxen, Pennsylvania? Wonderful. That's where the Zane Grey house is. Have you been to the Zane Grey house? A museum now. It's owned by the National Park Service. And I went to summer camp directly across the Lackawaxen River from that house from 1959 to 1966. And one of those years, this guy showed up. His name was David Crystal. We weren't real friends there, but a few years later, I transferred, 1968, I transferred to the University of Michigan, and I was standing in the lobby of Hill Auditorium for a Judy Collins concert. Tickets were $4. And this guy walked over to me and said, "Barry Adelman." And I looked at him, he said, "It's David Crystal from Camp Delawaxen." I said, "Oh, David, nice to see you again." And that was the beginning of our friendship 55 years ago, more than 55 years ago. So in any case, a few years, I kept visiting him. I kept going back. I graduated 2 years later. He graduated 2 years later. But he stayed at Michigan for a couple more decades and became a perpetual student. And during those years, he earned 3 masters and one PhD. And I finally went back to visit him one time. We were both now in our early 40s. And he said, and he's living a very monastic kind of life, very simple apartment. And he says to me, "You know, Barry, I really want to have a family. And I met this woman, but she's kind of on the fence between going back to a previous relationship or having a relationship with me." And he said, "I wrote her this poem." He gives me the poem. I read the poem. I hand it back to him. I said, "David, you give her that poem, there's no way she could say no to you." And she said yes. They got married. I was the best man at his wedding. He was the best man at my wedding, maybe another 20 years later. But, and I've been down to visit them many, many times. And on his 60th birthday, he did become, with all those degrees, he did become a professor of psychology at Georgetown University. And I was going down to visit them. And every time I would go down, Maureen would take out, his wife would take out the poem from the chest of drawers. It was like a ceremony almost. And I'd recite it because I had memorized it. In any case, finally I'm going down there one time. We had his 60th big birthday bash, a weekend bash. When he turned 60, I was 61. And I went down there, maybe 100 people from around the country, maybe even around the world, because he had contacts around the world as a professor. That was a great weekend. I go back a couple of years later, and Maureen emails me, said, "Call me before you come." And I knew exactly what she was going to say, that David was diagnosed with early Alzheimer's at 62. So in any case, he's maybe more than 10 years into it, and somewhere along the line, a few years later after that, this song came to me, and you could sing it too. Your part is very simple. "We Cry." Those are the 2 words you got to sing. And if you all sing it, it's really going to be very effective, okay? You with me? It's called The Professor. There was a time when you walked in the sunlight, your smile so warm and engaging, and your eyes so bright. But now your sun has set, and the darkness is quickly rolling in, and everybody knows, except you, that this, oh, this is the beginning of the end. And we, in our disbelief, can only ask why, as we bow our heads, close our eyes, think of you and cry. Okay, let's do it now. We cry, we cry, we cry, we cry, oh, we cry, we cry, we cry, we cry. That was very good, thank you. For you were the professor, the poet with the magic mind, and though you may disappear, your words will transcend time. For you were like a beacon, piercing the night, but soon you will be gone, extinguished with your light. And we, in our disbelief, can only ask why, as we bow our heads, close our eyes, think of you and cry. Oh, we cry, we cry, we cry, we cry. Oh, we cry, we cry, we cry, we cry. Let's go around one more time. We cry, we cry, we cry, we cry. Oh, we cry. Thanks for singing. That was really great. I appreciate that. Thank you. This song has no direct connection to David, but when you get 3 masters and a PhD before the internet was invented, you spent a lot of time in a library. So this is a good song for a library that came to me many years ago, and it's called The Seeds of Our Life. And some things repeat, and if you want to sing, go right ahead and sing. If you hear it, go for it. With every word, with every smile, with every thought, with every mile, we plant the seeds of our life. With every song, with every glance, with every touch, with every dance, we plant the seeds of our life. So plant your seeds row by row. Don't let the wind scatter them all about. Let Mother Earth warm them from below, and with the sun and rain and a little love, your garden will grow. with every note, with every tear, with every sadness, with every fear, we plant the seeds of our life. With every book, with every poem, with every painting, with every home, we plant the seeds of our life. So plant your seeds row by row. Don't let the wind scatter them all about. Let Mother Earth warm them from below, and with the sun and rain and a little love, your garden will grow. With every joy, with every embrace, with every gift, with every grace, we plant the seeds of our life. With every stranger, with every friend, with every enemy, until the very end, we plant the seeds of our life. So plant your seeds row by row. Don't let the wind scatter them all about. Let Mother Earth warm them from below, and with the sun and rain and a little love, your garden will grow. Oh, with the sun and rain and a little love, your garden will grow. I'm going to do one more song. I'm going to get Ellie up here to join me on this song. Yeah. So, you know, I would go down to visit David all these times, and, you know, she finally told me that he had early Alzheimer's. And then one trip down, you know, that poem, one trip down, I went down, and the poem was now out of the drawer, and she had framed it, and it was up on the wall, and it was really nice to see it there. And then another trip down, I go down there, and she had David, who was now into his 4th or 5th year of Alzheimer's. She had him write out the poem for me, framed it, gave it to me as a birthday present. The greatest birthday present I ever received. I brought it with me. You can see it back there later. But in any case, and then one time I'm going down there, and I'm driving on the highway, 70 miles an hour, and this thought comes into my head. You know, David and I could write a song together. Now, that's all it was. I got there. I don't really write songs with other people. Did I ever write a song with you? With you, Dave? No. I write by myself. I never wrote a song with anybody else, but I was there for a day or two, and all of a sudden, I started strumming these chords, and these words came to me, and I said, that's the song. I said, David, come on, we're going to write this song together. And we did. And the odd thing about this, I don't even know where this came from, but I didn't know I had this. But these are the words. I'll show it to you later if you want to see it back there. Then I said, David, let's do this song. And this was his verse that he wrote for this song. It showed up on my kitchen counter this past week. I didn't know that I had it. But in any case, this song is called The Mystery. We're all living the mystery. And let's just check the tuning real quick, you know, because it's important. By the way, there's a free concert. If you'd like to make a donation, your money will go towards those music scholarships or music instruments. There's a few ways you can make a donation. There's a basket back there. That's one. You can do it at the website with a credit card. You can write a check. Whatever donation you make is tax deductible. You know, sometimes we don't like what our federal government does, but in this case they got it right. If you donate to Music for Humanity, you can deduct it from your tax return. And believe it or not, tomorrow's my birthday. Oh, the schedule, we're gonna take, after I play this song with Ellie, we're gonna take a little 10, 15 minute break, and then we're gonna turn over the show to Small Engine, Ellie Wininger, Dave Kearney, fantastic musicians. You're gonna love the show. Thank you. They have CDs back there too. If you can, buy a CD.
Half of the amount from the CDs will go to Music for Humanity.
Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate that.
From the heart.
Okay. And all that money that we've given out comes from people just like you, and some of you I know in this room have already donated. So you can see some of the pictures of the kids we've given scholarships to back there. Okay.
And the other half will go to Dave's legal defense fund. Just to be full disclosure. Full disclosure.
Okay. Okay. The mystery. There's a place I'm going. I don't know where. Oh, but I know that soon I will be there. I can still remember the beginning, when there seemed like no end. But now I can see I'm approaching the bend. And I think of the mystery about the future and past. And like most folks, all I want is the present to last. But I'll accept whatever the future may bring, oh yes. And for now, I am content with this song that I sing. I think back on the past and all the places I've been and all the hearts I've touched, regardless of skin. Now I think about the future and the coming unknown, soon to be revealed, soon to be shown. Yes, I think of the mystery about the future and past. And like most folks, all I want is the present to last. But I'll accept whatever the future may bring, oh yes. And for now, I am content with this song that I sing. Okay, Ellie. Yes, I think of the mystery about the future and past. And like most folks, all I want is the present to last. But I'll accept whatever the future may bring, oh yes. And for now, I am content with this song that I sing. Yes, I think of the mystery about the future and past. And like most folks, all I want is my present to last. But I'll accept whatever the future may bring, oh yes. And for now, I am content with these songs that I sing. Yes, for now, I am content with these songs that I sing. Thanks for listening. Thank you very much. Before we take the break, I do want to share with you the poem that David wrote to Maureen 30 years ago that won her heart. It's less than a minute long. Here's how it goes. Now in this season of you need 3 masters and a PhD to write a poem like this. Here's how it goes. Now in this season of uncertain dreams, when prospects and promises offer their hand, then whisk it away with the quickness that seems to sweep from you even the ground where you stand. Then think you on me as a fixed glinting star, a pale candle point who's traversed the wide cosmos to be where you are and guide your footsteps through enigmas of night. Though illusions may tempt you their gifts to pursue, and the past cloud your future with memories long gone, let your heart learn the lessons demanded of you, and keep to the rare road you ventured upon. For though untraveled paths are those hardest to follow, love and wisdom await there when old dreams prove hollow. Yeah, thanks so much. We'll take a little break. Thank you so much.